down low and pull your window curtain. Oh, let your moon come shining into our life again. Saying, ooh, it's been a long, long time. I get this message for you, girl, but it seemed I was never on time. Still I wanna get through to you, girl, on time, on time.
Turn your lights down low. Never try to resist. Oh no. Nah, nah, nah. Oh, let your love come shining in. Nah, nah, nah. Into our lives again. Nah, nah, nah. Saying, ooh, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I want you to know right now. Know right now.
Boat party in the 80s brought them together briefly, if memorably. The exact details are murky, but let's say a spark was lit. But that spark was left to simmer as they went on to different lives on very different contours, most notably when Richard decamped to my hometown, a world away from their childhood home. Now, I don't believe in fate, but I do believe we shape our own destiny. So as Anna and Richard's lives evolved, that spark from decades before was an impetus to reconnect virtually and eventually in person. And they realized a series of youthful flirtations held something deeper and more profound. The spark started a slow fire. Communications were exchanged, visits were arranged, and some decades-old fairy dust summoned something I'd describe as pure magic. Some people spend their lives mourning the one that got away. For a very lucky few, you get a second chance. So let's celebrate second chances, fresh beginnings, and new horizons. And let's celebrate two wonderful people who overcame the considerable obstacles of distance and time to be together. You are again on the same contour. Today, yes, but wherever the future takes you, may it forever be so. Now I'd like to ask Anna's son, Ned Bailey, to deliver our reading.
In the one, love, in the other, freedom. And she said to the woman, choose. And the woman waited long, and she said, freedom. And life said, thou hast well chosen. If thou hadst said love, I would have given thee that thou didst ask for. And I would have gone from thee and returned to thee no more. Now the day will come when I shall return. In that day I shall bear both gifts in one hand. I heard the woman laugh in her seat.
I would kneel down and ask him not to intervene when he came to you. Oh, not to touch a hair on your head, to leave you as you are. And if he felt he had to direct you into my arms. Into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms, oh Lord, into my arms. And I believe in love.
I'm sure you all know that's free to applaud. Richard, now the heavy lifting part. Your vows. Anna, I believe you're going first.
I vow to be faithful to you, only you, in both mind and body. I vow to work to unfetter myself, to open up to being loved by you. I vow to remember innocence. I vow to not obstruct you from inhabiting your own self, your own space, your own ways to be you. I vow to expand with you. I vow to explore both inner and outer worlds with you. I vow to remember to laugh with you. I vow to be patient, supportive, respectful, and empathetic towards you and Charlotte, especially in yoga. I vow to listen to more music with you, dance with you, walk with you, talk about anything with you, cook with you, bake with you, eat with you, paint for you, build for us, grow with you, love you, forever.
Anna, I never knew what love was until I met you again. Every day since has been the most amazing day. And today, I commit to love you, to stand by you, and be with you in everything and through everything, always. I'm in this world to share it with you, and my love for you is eternal. I cannot express in words how incredible you are in every way, and that marrying you, Anna, is the most beautiful moments of my life. I give all of me to all of you forever. I love you. I'm yours.
Do you, Anna, welcome Richard as your partner in life, offering your love and encouragement, your trust and respect as you create your future together?
I do.
And do you, Richard, welcome Anna as your life partner, offering your love and encouragement, your trust and respect as you create your future together?
I do.
Marriage is better with magic. Without it, a marriage never finds flight. It becomes an arrangement, perfectly fine, but never soaring. Defining magic is better felt than described, like when two people finish each other's thoughts, or the little pang they feel from just thinking about their partner walking in the door after a day's work, or agreeing on pizza toppings, or being intimate. Magic in marriage can be big, but more often it's small. Magic can appear out of nowhere, but it only sticks around with regular conjuring. Magic, big or small, appears when partners consistently, over time, take the big and small actions that signal that the other person matters deeply. These acts of kindness are like little incantations that two people cast over their marriage over and over again. I wish you a good marriage. And I'm glad this marriage is legally binding in the States, because the South African authorities aren't going to accept any by the power vested in me international chicanery from me. So let's try this. By the power of your bond and the love of your family and friends, it is my great honor to pronounce you, again and just as joyously, married. You may get to the kissing part.
And they phoned me and said he's dead now. My grandson, and I was crying, and he said, does Dennis know he's dead? And I just think, he probably knows. He's probably here with us now, and just listening in to what's going on here. And I think it's just a wonderful occasion. It's wonderful to have your back And to see all these people here who all want to wish you the best of luck and going ahead. Thanks very much.
Well done to everybody who made this night so beautiful and so delicious. Shout out to those falafels. Those are really good. So I was planning to use the speech from the first ceremony in Chicago and shake it up a little. See what I did there, Ruby? Anyone? Shake it up, Chicago. But I actually wrote a brand new speech, so this is fresh off the presses this morning. And yeah, so here we go. So like the first time though, I did manage to leave the writing to the absolute last minute. I even considered ChatGPT for a little assistance, but quickly realized I'm way funnier than AI. Warning though, this is going to be a little more sappy, so that mad comedic flair will have to wait for another time. Obviously the real reason I wanted to write this speech by myself is that the two of you deserve a real and a heartfelt expression of love and support. And I really hope that I can give that to you now, and I hope that you can feel it and know that this is not just words that I'm saying, and I really, really mean it. So we all know that it has not been by any means an easy road to this point. And I know that just because you're married, it's not all going to be smooth sailing now. But, you know, living across the world from each other for a little while longer is going to have those challenges, like navigating time zones and load shedding to FaceTime. But I can't imagine how frustrating it would be to go through all that without the love that you guys have for each other. And I just know that that's the only explanation for why you've been able to do this. It's because it really, truly has been meant to be. And you obviously knew that, and I think we're all starting to see that completely. Thank you for your patience with us as we adapt to all these changes. And thank you for sharing this part of your lives with us. I know that I don't say it enough, if I've ever even said it, but Mom and Richard, I'm super, super grateful that you have each other. I'm grateful to you, Richard, for making my mom so happy, for making her laugh and joke and feel excited about life. And I'm grateful for you, Mom, for showing us an example of a love that is pure and full of kindness and respect. I would also like to mention my grandmother, Momo, or Marianne, or Mariana, as you guys know her. We are all really missing her right now, especially because, I mean, Durban's her home. She lived here for, I think, around 40 years. And so I think we all associate it with her. So it feels very strange to be in this hood without her. But she really, really wishes that she could have been here today. And she's written me a little something to read out for you. So here we go. My dearest Anna and Richard, we've all so looked forward to this special day. And I in particular, because Chicago seemed such a difficult and long trip. But surely Durban would be an easy trip, where I would see old friends apart from celebrating you as a couple, now for a second time. Alas, health reasons came in my way, and I can now only send you my warmest, most caring, most loving wishes from Monaghan Farm. I wish you many happy years, where I know South Africa and your family and friends will not be forgotten. With deepest love from Mariana. Wow. Thank you.
For those who don't know, I'm Charlotte, and throughout my life, Richard has always been like a father to me. I'm just going to assume that everyone here already knows about me because he posts photos of me 14 times a day on his Facebook page. But seriously, according to 23andMe, he is my actual father. So, at the end of 2021, I was still living with my mom, and I visited South Africa with my dad. And even with the vaccine, we both got COVID. That's when I met Anna, and we had to stay at her place while we quarantined. The time I spent staying with Anna made me realize that there is a world of opportunity out there that I need to take control of my own life and future. After that, I made the decision to move out of an unhealthy living environment, but none of that would have been possible without Anna's encouragement and the constant support from my dad. He is one of the most determined and intelligent people I know. Anna, thank you for being the best thing that could happen to my dad. You're awesome, and I couldn't be happier for the two of you. And if he turns out to be half as good at being a husband as he's been a father to me, then you have a wonderful life ahead of you. I'd like to make a toast to my dad and Anna. Cheers to them.
Someone once said that being in love is just two people watching the same movie in their heads. Richard, love forever. Sorry, I think this mic is a little... There. I'm happier when I'm with you. I feel more alive when I'm with you. You are so beautiful. You are so incredibly supportive. Everything is possible when I'm with you. You cut out all the bullshit. You cut to the chase. You're the most calm and grounded person I've ever met. And you are in equal parts, uncompromising and determined. With you I can really, really laugh. With you I feel safe. With you I'm home. It's so incredible to be here in Durban on this balmy evening, surrounded by family and friends who also make me feel at home. Thank you to all those who have travelled to be here on our old stomping ground, the Berea. Some of you I've known my whole life. Rodney was here earlier. He didn't make it, sorry, Rodney was invited. Some for most of it, Paul Mikula was here. And some are more recent friends. Some I've known all of their lives, my beloved children, and others I've only just met today. It is truly wonderful to have Richard's mother, Aletta, and sisters Marianne and Margaret here. Thank you to Charlotte and Rob, and most importantly, to Richard for flying for days from Chicago. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to my children for showing up and for stepping up with such love and gusto. To Ned for the reading, Winston the bearing of the rings, Georgia for my makeup and her speech, and to Ruby for the video call. Thank you, I love you very much. When I mentioned to my mum a while ago that we were thinking of venues in Durban, it was she who thought of this perfect setting. It could not be more fitting. The hugest thank you goes to Tori and Jem for the use of their magnificent home and garden. And for all the hard graft they've put in so patiently and graciously behind the scenes. What makes this even more special is the bonds between our families that span decades. I'd most likely first met Tori and Jem at our own home in Lawrence Road at one of the annual UND Archie students' parties my parents would host. There's actually a photograph of them taken in my parents' house on the dresser. I was no doubt passing around trays of snacks. Jem was taught by my father, and later I was taught by Tori at the Alliance Française. I went to Durban Girls College for a while, and later Tori would teach there. There are wonderful circles that bind us all to this place and to one another. Thank you also to Jamada and team for being the best event coordinators imaginable. It is almost inconceivable that my mum is not here tonight. After much deliberation, she decided that it would be too much for her to embark on what would have been a rewarding, but also extremely taxing journey. Instead, she was watching on a video call earlier, so we'd all like to just send her a virtual hug and a hello. We love and miss my mum very much. Sorry, Nick and Kaisa could not be here, along with some friends who wish we could have shared this evening with. We deeply miss my father, as we do my brother John, who continue to shine on through the younger generation, especially my effervescent and supremely talented niece, Frida. Thank you for the song and the music. Richard. Someone once said that being in love is just two people watching the same movie in their heads. I want to be watching that movie for the rest of time. I love you.
I love you. First of all, thank you to everybody for sharing this absolutely amazing day with us. We really, really appreciate everybody who could make it from down the road and across the country. There are obviously too many people to mention here individually, but you know, especially the people from my side, that you've all held a special place in my life, during my life in South Africa. And I'm very grateful that you can share this day with me and with Anna. Thank you. Thank you to Tori and Jeremy for this wonderful place to share their house with us. It's really been very, very, very amazing. And to Jamad and his team, so incredible. I can't say anything more about how fantastic this process was and how easy it was. Rob, again, for a wonderful, wonderful ceremony. We really appreciate it. Ned for the great reading, and Frida for the beautiful, beautiful singing. To Anna's mom, Marianne, obviously you heard that she can't be here today. I'm sending her lots and lots and lots of love, I'm sure from everybody here. And we will see her soon, in a couple of weeks. To Anna's children, thank you for allowing me a little space in your life. I hope that little space will become a little bit bigger, as Rob mentioned, over time. This journey that we're going through is, and I think as Rob mentioned, it's something that we all grow together, you know. We all share our lives and can only be richer for sharing our lives with each other. To my greatest supporter, my mother, she's somewhere over there. Thank you for everything. I love you. And thank you for choosing to move our family to the bad side of the contour and close enough to Anna. To my family, my sisters and their husbands, Margaret and John, Miriam and Glenn, to my brother Jason and his wife, Monique, can't be here. You all have a very special place in my heart. Thank you. To my dear daughter Charlotte, you're incredible, and it's been so wonderful to see you take the world by storm. I'm so proud of you, and I love you. So, this is my story. It's going to start a very long time ago, but it's going to be pretty short. So, you don't have to get too stressed out about it. This is my story. I was born down the road at what my mom said the Mother's Hospital by Greyville. We've never been able to find it. There are no records of it. My mother did say that I was the cutest baby with long black hair and long nails. Anyway, as a very young child, I thought I was responsible for what followed. Things like Rosemary's Baby, The Omen. However, when I mentioned this to Anna, she said to me it's quite common and everything will be okay. Somebody did say that the hospital closed after that. Anyway, Anna and I grew up about 100 meters apart from each other. The strange thing is that both our fathers, Dennis and Arthur, were the same age. And they're both English speaking, and they both grew up in Kimberley. Now, I don't know if any of you know Kimberley, but it's a pretty dodgy place. And it's only got like probably one English high school, so there was a good chance that they might even have been at the same school. Unfortunately, Anna and I never connected this when we first met, so they never met each other. But, you know, there could be a wonderful, wonderful story there. Anyway, it was not a dark and stormy night, but a lovely, balmy evening in Durban. We had a common friend, Janine Decker, and she invited us to a boat party in Durban Harbour. Now, it was the 80s, and our parents really just didn't give a shit. They were like, "You're going where? Oh, okay. When will you be back?" The end of the weekend. Okay, that's great. I mean, even to the point that Anna's dad drove her there and picked her up in the morning. Anyway, it was a boat party. It was a lovely boat. Sorry, it was not a lovely boat. It was November 1983, and you might think that I might be a little bit weird, but we did track down whose boat it was. And it's a friend of ours called Claudia Ford, who now lives in New Zealand, and she does have a diary about the party. So we know it was there. The boat's name was Miss England. People got drunk and passed out. But I have a vivid romantic memory talking to the most beautiful person I'd ever seen in my life. And today, that's even more true. Anyway, a week later, the boat sank. So, we only dated for 6 weeks, according to me. According to Anna, we never dated. I avoided military service, refereed some rugby, DJ'd, owned nightclubs. And then at the station in 1994, Anna turned up. And I was busy, and she clearly had things to do in the world. In 2004, I moved to the States, and then through Facebook, we connected again in about 2010. Even though I traveled to South Africa quite often, we just never saw each other. You know, but I do believe that everything happens for a reason. And we reconnected again when it was the right time. And in April last year, Anna proposed. And I said, absolutely. Anna, you're without a doubt the most amazing person in the world. I'm so very, very blessed that you want to share your life with me. And I'm so excited about our future. I love you. I don't have a glass, but I'd love to drink a toast to Anna and everybody here. Thank you. Here we go. See everybody. We're going to cut the cake and then we're going to dance.